Things get heated between Larissa and Debbie, and Ashley's on immigration duty. We've got all that and more coming up. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed this.
And we're back, y'all.
Linda's
Back, y'all. Welcome to 90 Day Happily Ever After. I know you're happy to see all three of our faces again. I'm your girl, Alex Bowers. To the left of me, I have Stacey, Olivas, and Linda Antwi.
Hi, guys.
Yes, welcome back, Linda.
Thank you.
Had a great little trip and back. You know, the gang is here. We've got so many topics to talk about, so many couples to talk about. Our special segment, What Do You Think? Stacey will hit us up with a few questions. We've got, really a lot to go over. Overall, what did you guys think about the episode? Honest opinions.
It's kind of a little predictable.
Okay.
I saw some people go off a little bit but it was predictable. I feel like a lot of it was going to happen, but it was really good, and we got more of the meat rather than just waiting for stuff to happen.
Right.
I feel like we got a lot more drama, but then it was a little bit predictable.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm completely immersed in 90 Days, like I'm the extra side cast member, but I felt like I knew exactly what was going to happen next too.
Yeah.
And less surprises than we've had in the past. So I'm waiting for the big, you know what I mean?
I agree.
That moment, because that hasn't happened yet for me, at least this season.
Not once?
An OMG moment?
Yeah.
No.
Dang. Okay. I feel like I've had at least one OMG moment. I don't know. But you guys, we're gonna go ahead and start with Chantal and Pedro.
Ooh.
And then for anyone in the live chat, after Chantal and Pedro, we'll go to Courtship and Larissa. So go ahead and give us your feedback on the episode in there. First things first, Pedro doesn't tell Chantal that it's Karima, however you say her name.
Karima, whatever
that
it is.
was the one in his lap. She basically figures it out. And she says, that's Nicole's friend. That's your sister's friend. And he's caught in a lie. And I'm just like, why not just be honest? Honestly, it's because when things are good, you might as well just get it out of, you know what I mean? And before things get bad again because you lied. So just get it all out. Let's go on this vacation from our vacation and just be happy.
Because he knows he could do any little thing to get Chantal back. You guys saw that in this episode.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
He's like, I love you, Chantal. She goes, okay, he does love me. He's showing it so much. And it was soft music.
Yeah, she
scenes.
She just wants a little attention from her husband. She married him for love. And he knows that, so he's like, I'm just gonna reel her in again. I'm gonna say, yeah, baby, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get on my knees, and we're all good.
So do you think he takes advantage of that, though?
He knows how to work it for sure.
Yeah.
Because just last episode, he was like, go home. I'll see you in Atlanta.
Right.
And he left that night. Remember last episode? He left her in the hotel room by herself, and he's like, peace out, I'm with my friends. And then he could do whatever he wants, just as long as he uses words to convince her to come back.
And he really originally didn't want to go back to talk to her.
Right.
The friends were like, that's your wife. That's your wife. Having to remind him so much. And I was like, oh, terrible.
And I was happy to see him apologize, but I'm like,
Alex, was that an apology?
It was for him, but then, you know how I feel about Pedro, so I'm always on him, so I'm trying to be nice, okay? Can I be nice this week? But, I don't know, he kind of, is right on the line. He wants to be a good husband, but then he wants to be there for, I don't know, I just feel like it's tug of war with Pedro all the time. And also, I want him to be a good guy, and then he's just, a clown. So it's just, which direction?
She wants him to be the good guy, right?
Yeah.
She's waiting for that, and she's like, maybe he's gonna, no, I gotta just push him and teach him how to be the good.
Can we talk about how when she directly asked him, did your mom and sister try to marry you off to an American? And she asked him 3 different times, and he did not answer the question.
He didn't.
She even said, but you didn't answer.
Yeah.
And he still didn't answer.
He's either there was no...
you're going to believe them, my mother and sister, or you're going to believe Oben. And, okay, but did you know?
he wouldn't answer. He knows. Well, let's be real. The answer is yes. He was skating around the answer, and we know what it is. But my thing is, why didn't she just at first she was pressing it like, okay, she was asking a few times, but I would not have left that dinner without my answer. You're going to be direct with me.
And do you see how long he's like, wait a minute, okay, she said that if I tell her that it was a plan, but then I fell in love with her, that's okay. Did you guys
she let
that?
him, yes.
And she was like, come on, even that, throw me a bone. And he was just like, he was thinking about it. He's like, maybe I should just like, and then he's like, yeah, no.
It was she was close? Yeah. She was.
He's not going to give it to her.
It was sad because, again, she's just trying to get a little attention from her husband.
Yeah, even giving him that option.
And she knows that something's up for sure.
But do you think that'll change anything? Because this is Chantal.
She's in denial.
She doesn't want her husband to leave her.
She wants love. Okay. And this is the love she's getting, and she accepts it.
Yeah.
She does. I know next episode we might see her meet up with the Nicole and his mom, Pedro's mom. I'll see how that goes. But I don't know. But you would think something's got to give. You think they'll just keep going back
I think she's
forever.
I think even if she saw it in the front of her face, I think she would still stay with him. Yeah. I don't think Chantal. I mean, she doesn't. She seems very passive and just like, okay, but then let me find that little thing that's like the hope at the end of the tunnel.
I think her best bet would just be to leave and not tell Nicole and Pedro's mom what she thinks or what Obed may have told her. I think you know what you know. You already know the answer. Let's be real, and then you just move on.
I don't think she's going to be able to move on, but unless she really had concrete answers. And I got to go with, Mama Chantal. Mama Chantal suggested that they get that private detective. Go ahead, Mama Chantal. Get the private detective. Have your daughter come back to the USA and throw the papers in her face saying, here, look, this is concrete evidence.
I mean, that would be great. And that would make for great television. Maybe they'll have that on their little spin-off. Yes. Because, the tea. Just imagine, having a private investigator and then going to see all that stuff.
Damn,
that is, real, huh?
You can hire those,
yeah,
right?
That's what they were going to do. That's what she was, just imagine that.
Anybody can hire those.
When I tell you, I'll be tuned in on another level. Just a lot of drama.
Kimberly Mayfield in the live chat said that, she thinks that Chantal only accepts a minimum effort from Pedro.
Yeah, she's honestly just taking what he gives.
Maybe in the beginning he swooped her off her feet and everything and was like, "I love you" and blah blah blah. And then I thought it was kind of corny him taking her back to the spot where they first.
I liked it.
I liked it.
But I feel like that was fake.
They needed a vacation from that vacation.
Yeah,
they had to get away.
Talk to her about stuff. Really talk to her about stuff. Not show some sort of emotion. He got on his knees and was like, "I'm sorry," and she was like, "Okay."
I did like though that's where they first met. That's where they first met. So even when you could see the lightness even in the TV, that was a special place for them.
He got all giddy.
Yeah, and so did she. Mm-hmm. And I liked seeing that.
Me too.
Despite what we think of Pedro and his motives and intentions, going back to where you met, I'm a sucker for romance like that. So I would say ooh,
absolutely. You're not here for it?
Okay. I can see your actions, and you are just messing up left and right. But I would have not even told him any of this until we got back home.
We have to mention this, though.
My territory.
Pedro decided that he was going to go back home with her. That's what he told us at the end. He's going to go back. That's big for us. We thought he was going to be there for... Has it been a month, though? I wonder, how long it's really been. Because he went over there. He had to be over there for, a week before she came.
Yeah.
She's been there for probably a week. I feel like it hasn't been a month yet.
It's been some time, though.
Really?
Yeah, it's been some time.
I feel like he knows he's messed up so much already that he's like, damn.
Yeah, and I feel like he got the fun out, and then the guilt part of him, because he's mentioned it 3 times in this episode, is that Chantal thinks that he cheated, and that quote-unquote broke his heart, and that's the part that he's worried about.
Yeah.
It's his reputation.
Versus, actually...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why he's like, okay, I'll go back. I've had my fun.
Right. I've had a couple lap dances from Karima. I'm good.
Yeah.
Goodness, he's got to get it together. But, you guys... Whoever's listening or watching, make sure to give us 5 stars, subscribe. We have so many other shows, AfterBuzz.
Yeah, guys, you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes and rate us on iTunes. Give us 5 stars, like Alex just said. Go on YouTube right now. We see everyone in the live chat. We love you guys. Make sure you subscribe right now to our channel. Kimberly Mayfield, Once Upon a Time, 518 Alex. Skinny B111, love the name. Yeah, guys, I'm Rory Sr. Thanks so much for joining us. We want to hear about the couples and what you think about everyone. But you guys can catch us. You can catch so many other shows at AfterBuzz too. You can catch some dramas. You can catch like mysteries, sci-fi, everything at AfterBuzz. So make sure you subscribe to us. Reach out to us, comment, join us in the live chat right now because we are reading them.
Yes, and you can act up in the live chat. It's okay. Act up. Tell us how you really feel.
And then I will.
Yes,
right.
We have Debbie, who, speaking of acting up, Debbie was acting up, guys. So we have Debbie, we have Colty, and we have Larissa. I thought, we had a short little sad moment with Colt in the garage, where it's almost like he really did not want to go in that house, guys. Like, he's just like, Mom. And she just came over there, you gotta end it. You gotta end it. And then I just feel like he knows. You know it's over. And it's just I think he's just scared to, close the book and, move on. And it was like a little moment, though. Usually I do not feel bad for Colt, but right there for, 0.5 seconds, I was just like, oh.
He's probably like, damn, I'm so sick of messing with her so much.
Yeah.
It was like he's just...
I gotta tell you, no. Colt is in the wrong. He's in the wrong. I don't feel sorry for him for one bit. I think that he's just irritated that he has to deal with the situations that he created, and he wants the sympathy from his, his real life, which is his mom.
Right. Well, we have to talk about the car scene. I mean, that was just it was. Wait, can you just tell me if she went overboard? Do you believe that she went overboard? Because I saw some people taking up for Debbie, and I just didn't understand how. I'm always going through comments.
I think Debbie's a hothead, because what I saw in that is if you listen to Larissa and what she was trying to say, there's some vulnerable moments there. Like, when she was saying, she first said, why are you so passive-aggressive to me? Yes. That's what Larissa said, right? So... knowing what we know about Larissa, she doesn't know how to really deal with passive aggressive, so she's asking you directly, right? But then when she said that she was kind of sad not to be born as Angelina Jolie, and she doesn't feel beautiful enough. I was like, you need to listen to what she's saying. She's actually opening up to you in her frustration. Right. But Debbie went she's like, what are you talking about? Right. What are you even saying? And then she cussed the girl out.
Telling her to shut the F up and calling her out of her name.
Yeah.
I was a little shook.
They didn't tell her. She's just mad, Poochie, because she didn't give her the information of what's going on.
Listen, Larissa
Larissa.
She would have been in the right.
But they're
had she gone
smart.
off, I would have been because I feel like Larissa didn't pop off the way she should have popped off.
I think Larissa...
she's scared. She spent days in jail.
Think, from what I've seen on live chat, all this, Larissa is kind of softy. A little bit Chantal-ish. And I feel like they mess with her, and they know when the cameras are there, they want her to go crazy, and they provoke her and stuff. But they don't react on camera. We don't see any evil stuff that they do, and just this one time. But they do it sneaky.
The only thing is, when Colt talks, you can tell that he's a crazy person. Yes. He has that monotone psychopath voice that just gives me the cringes. And can you imagine, that's how he's talking. So whatever he's doing behind closed doors to Larissa, and then she freaks out. Think about this girl who's freaking out. Okay, you can say she's a hothead because she freaks out, and that's why she's getting arrested, but that's not really what's happening. He's poking, and then acting like he's not doing anything. Anyone would lose it.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. He's passive-aggressive.
He's smart about it.
When the cameras come on, they try to act all... They have the therapist voices,
it's crazy.
And they're just trying to be soothing and calm. And then, but Debbie, she showed us her true colors.
She really did.
We know how you really are. You're not as sweet. We finally cracked you. Yeah. And I just thought, come on. The whole time I was, really annoyed. I'm like, come on, Debbie. She blew this way out of proportion. She made herself look really bad. And at the end of the day, I just, I don't know. I felt for Larissa more than anyone, but I always do, honestly.
I love when she was like, Debbie, you're like a wolfie in sheepskin.
Yeah, in sheepskin.
I think Larissa is legit nice. I don't think she's Maybe she just has a little insecure. She wants her little.
She's nice and she wants to look good. That's, I mean, like what girl doesn't?
Yeah. And I mean, who of us don't have our own insecurities?
Yeah. Right.
And so maybe some of that gets, translated differently. But at the end of the day, she's just like trying to be girly. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
I agree. Are there any Debbie fans in the chat?
Skinny B said Debbie is a complete hothead. Once upon a time, 518 Alex said hashtag Team Debbie LOL.
Really?
And then she said, or once upon a time said hashtag crazy nice. And I think that's referring to Larissa.
I'm with once upon a time on this one, by the way, guys.
What?
I think that Debbie gave her multiple chances being like, I don't want to talk right now. And she didn't respect that. And she kept pushing her and pushing her and pushing her. And if you keep pushing someone, they're gonna go off on you. And she kept being like, you're being passive aggressive. And like, but she said straight out, I don't want to talk right now. She should have respected that. Like, just that one part, I'm Team Debbie on that one part.
But my thing is, when does Debbie ever want to talk? I feel like she's just so happy that Cole is like right on the edge of I'm done with this, that she's like feels like she can just get all of her anger out too, and like let's just both go at Larissa and get her out of here. I don't know. I just feel like she's trying to push her out so that it'll be easier for Cole. I don't know.
She might be, but I just don't think anybody. I don't think Larissa. I don't think Colton. I don't think Debbie or any of them are good people.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I think they're all in the wrong.
I think that Colt and Debbie want the way it was before Larissa got there. They're used to their comfort zone. They're used to like being each other's support. And I think that Larissa and the way she is and like she likes to do things and spend money and go out.
But that's what I'm saying, Linda. All of them want what they want.
Yeah.
No one wants to give in. No one wants to like make any kind of like I'll meet you halfway.
Yeah, and so that's why I think that they're not a match for each other. Because what we do know is that Larissa is flourishing now, right?
And I still think Colt does some evil things. I mean, he's been caught like in the news of like all the girls that he's been hitting up while they were married, all the mistresses, all the craziness we saw on Instagram, all the crazy 911 calls, like everything that. So I mean, we want to see the footage though of that. We only got like Larissa's side of the story. We didn't see what actually.
You know what would be great? If the Las Vegas police released like the videos, their video cam stuff. That
would be great. Yeah. Or if like 90 Day, I'm sure they have clips that we haven't seen, that haven't hit social media. Show us some of those clips that didn't quite make the cut. But I feel like there might be a few things in there that'll sway like our opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just hope that, well, obviously, Larissa's already better, so there's nothing to hope. That's the only person that I'm like really, Cole has moved on. Like, no, I'm really not worried about anybody else but Larissa in this situation, just because I know, I personally feel like I know how they are behind closed doors. But I mean,
I think it's more Colt, though, than Debbie. I think Debbie just goes along with Colt, but I think Colt is kind of sick in the head.
Oh, for sure he is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he gets it from his mom.
He gets, off on some stuff.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, definitely. They're, 2 peas in a pod instead of 3, I don't know. Powell and Rust. We got our boy Juan back.
I like Juan.
Sort of. I know. I like him too.
He's
but
cute.
I mean, kind of like you guys said.
But I get it.
They're like poking the bear. Our last couple, like Juan is like that.
Oh,
he will keep poking and throwing shots and just really making Russ feel bad.
He gives the shade.
And the fact that Pal won't leave anything out. Like, when she translates it, she'll, like, say, oh, he thinks... I'm like, maybe make it a little nicer.
As she should.
But she just, this is what he said.
You know what I thought was funny? When the mom was doing her stand-up and she said, well, Juan is way funnier than Russ. I was like, oh,
yeah.
what?
Yes, that's her guy. She's like, that's family. Russ is a part of the family.
Yeah. But still, it's kind of sad, I think, that teaming up against Russ, because he's the only person, alone there, and the mom's in town. And, like he said, he's like, once Pal and mom gets together, it's like...
Yeah, but his mom's coming too. He's going to be just fine.
Yes, his mom is coming. We can talk about that. Do you agree with how Pal is feeling? Do you think it's just because she's a new mom, or do you think she's being petty?
I gotta tell you, I love her. I really do, and I love this couple, but I think she's being petty in this moment because you have your mom there, and your mom can touch your baby and help you with the baby, and that's fine. But you also have resentment towards Russ's mom still, and I think that's manifesting in you telling Russ to go and tell his mom that she's not allowed to pick up the baby more than 1 or 2 times.
That's sad.
It was really,
That's
it's
ridiculous.
not a good look.
And some people are like that with their first child.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like people when they have their first child, they're like, "No one's touching my kid," and then after they're helicopter moms.
They have
and
those
then
commercials
after,
that are that
they're
where they're like
"Here's
after the first
taken."
child and like they're like everybody wash your hands, everybody put on the sanitizer, and then after your second child they're like just handing it off to
Most people want help from like family or like their mom or their mother-in-law, someone who has had kids before, has already gone through that. Their kids are adults now. They know how this works, and getting any helping hands, I mean, will give you a break.
I think she's scared too because of the miscarriage and everything. She's just really timid about it. Scared of her.
I don't think there's an excuse for this.
You don't think it has to do with that at all?
No.
I don't know if it's really that. Because again, her mom is there, so it's okay for her mom to touch her baby, but not Russ's mom.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't make sense to me at all. And I agree with you. Both her mom and Russ's mom are mothers. They've been there, done that, and they could probably teach you a few things as a first-time mother. So how about take the help and take the offer of just wanting to be part of the family.
Yeah.
That's your family.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
I think there's a division. And Russ is over here, them three over here, and then, it's going to be more of a division when the mom comes.
But I hope Russ puts his foot down.
Yes, because he doesn't get anything.
Yes, he doesn't. He never gets anything. But I hope he puts his foot down and he says, "My mom is holding this baby. I don't care what you have to say. This is our child. Do what you have to do, but you're not going to treat my mom any type of way."
He kind of said that when he was going down the stairs.
Yeah.
He's like, even if it has to be behind closed doors. I was like, "Aw, this poor guy."
And even what's his name? Juan called him a fat pig, and he was just like.
Yeah,
Juan is ruthless. I have to tell you, when he said, you can still get divorced. There are plenty of single moms. I was like, wow. Russ is
it's really disrespectful.
He has some thick skin to be like, okay.
Yeah. Paul calls him a little demon. Hilarious.
It's just I don't know. But I mean, maybe Juan will come in town. I don't see that really happening anytime soon. But I mean, maybe he will. Maybe we'll get a little bit more drama there.
You need to bring more drama.
They like the drama that he brings, obviously.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little cameo.
Book him a little ticket. Yeah, because I mean, he was like, "Do you want to? We can all be there to What it
was the Godfather
for the christening
thing.
Yeah.
He's like, you promised. You said I would be the Godfather. So, and she's like, well, that was way back when.
Yeah. But, can you take that back? Just you can't be anymore. I love you though.
Yeah, because I mean,
I think it's messed up.
I don't think you can choose a godfather or godmother though for your child until you're married, because you can't be like, well, this I choose, and you have no say in it because you're my spouse.
Yeah, true. When you have those best friends, and you're like, you're gonna be my maid of honor, and you're gonna be this,
and everything switches up. Sometimes it'll switch up, and they're like,
what happened to my friend?
Or sometimes the guy may have a sister, and it's she needs to be a part of this body. She's like, hold up. I've had this list for 10 years.
Yeah, that happens though.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you have an extra person here and an extra person over there.
Yes.
Oh, you have two best men?
Right.
How did that happen? Too bright? Okay.
Yeah. It gets a little twisted up. Speaking of twisted up, Ashley has found herself in a lot of drama.
Oh, man.
People are heated, honestly, of how she acted with her and Jay. Is Ashley a cop in another life? I don't know. She's just lately has just been really killing my vibe, and I'm usually team Ashley, but I just feel like how she's gone about handling this situation with Jay has been immature. Maybe not the divorce. I mean, she just kind of went in there, is one to get it done quick. But again, bringing you back to her calling the cops and all of that, and her thinking that was okay. It's a lot for me. What do you think about that? Because you weren't here last week, and we didn't get to talk to you about it.
Yeah, so I'm usually always team Ashley because I think that she's gone through a lot. But I think that in this situation, there were a lot of things that went wrong. So I think, yes, have your friend there for moral support, but when Jay pushed your button saying whose fault is it, and you got in his face and you pointed your finger in his face, and then you put hands on him, that's never okay. I don't care, the guy, the girl, whoever, that's never okay.
Right.
He responded in the moment, and he's lucky that he stepped back, because had that been more of an altercation, he would have definitely been going to jail for sure.
Right.
She would have gone to jail because she touched him first, but they both would have had a domestic. So now you have a domestic on top of immigration, on top of a divorce. Messy situation. So in that moment, she was definitely in the wrong. Now, does she have a right to be heated because he's a cheater? Absolutely. But you just never, ever should put your hands on anybody, in my opinion.
And aside from that, what do you think about her calling the cops?
And then she called the cops. And again, I think that she was being a little overdramatic because he was already out of the house. And then you went outside after he was out of the house and across the street to call the cops to say you had a confrontation that happened 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the time frame may be. Now, were you in fear for your life, or were you being petty? Because he was already out of the house.
Right.
So don't abuse your powers, because there are women and men, people, I'll say, who have domestic situations every day. So how do you know that in that moment, you didn't take those police officers away from a dire 911 situation?
Engage him in your drama.
And you needed the police to help escort him take out his clothes that he was already going to take out. Right. That doesn't make sense to me. So if you truly thought you were in danger, Ashley, that's one thing. But if you were being petty because you were mad because he's a cheater, then I think that's abuse of using 911 and having the police come.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she just want to humiliate him because she's humiliated, and I think she's just like, it's like another immature act amongst that. You know what I mean? She took it to the extreme, and she's like, an eye for an eye. I'm gonna seek revenge on you now, and in that moment, I'm heated, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to like help that. But that's immature.
Right.
Okay, well then call immigration.
Immature.
Do you know what I mean? If you want to be petty like that, call immigration. But when you're calling cop, you're abusing that, what we all as taxpayers
she called
pay.
like 911.
That's who she would had to have called for them to come so quickly.
It's not
she
an
didn't call
emergency.
some like
He's
random.
not trying to break. You know what I mean? Like her.
That's what I'm saying. He was already across the street outside.
It was a lot. I was really disappointed. And last week, we talked about some of the names that people were calling her. They said she was like the newest Barbecue Becky, so they're like, let's give her a name. There was one name that was Immigration Irene. Like, people were just like making names for her, which I never expected anyone to have to do. Like, or she would be the girl that you have to deal with that. But I mean, it did seem a little, I don't know. I was a little
on that level.
On that level.
Wow.
It was a bit much. It was a bit much, and
I didn't
gotta be smart about things.
I mean, here's my thing, and anyone can disagree. No. If you disagree, go in the comments. Let us know. But my thing is, this is a black man. You know the climate that we're in. You know about the things that are happening. When it's not, like you said, like a dire need, then why bring law enforcement? Why do that? And that's why I was disappointed. A lot of other people were disappointed, called her out about it. I just felt like it got to that level. Now, I'm not saying that she's like that like all the time. No, not at all. But I feel like in this instance, she should have known better, and I stand by that.
What state are they in again?
Virginia.
They're in Virginia,
right? Or Nebraska, something like that.
I don't know.
I'm like, I said, or Nebraska.
It's sad. It's a bad situation. It's a bad situation.
It's not a good look.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dumb moves.
I believe they're in Virginia though.
I just think it's I feel bad for him. And where is he gonna go?
I don't feel bad for him.
I feel bad because I also think like, well, I don't know.
You feel bad for Jay?
Well, where is he gonna go?
I don't feel bad for Jay.
First you call the cops on him. Now he has nowhere to go. You brought him over. I also think it's okay in a relationship. Both people have parts in it. It's not just like Jay that screwed up the whole. Ashley went into this relationship knowing she was with a 20-year-old that was a player before.
Gotta stop you there.
Yeah.
He knew what he was getting himself into when he was going through the process, when he was getting interviewed.
But as when you date, you see those red flags, so you're gonna go in the relationship and you're gonna continue with it after seeing all those things. You also have to be like I'm not saying that cheating is her fault. I'm saying that as a person, when we go into relationships, you have to take also accountability for yourself and be like, damn, I saw that in the beginning and I should have made some better choices.
So is there an excuse in the cheating? So what would you say Ashley's issue was? Like, what was the problem with Ashley? You think she ignored the red flags?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think so? You think she did? The guy is gonna change.
She did some things we wouldn't agree with, or dated a younger guy than we may.
Always, when you go in a relationship, you have to take into account both of your. I'm not saying he cheated and whatever she I don't know if she did it or whatever, but I'm also saying as a person you have to also there's like an equal part of a relationship. It's not just one person.
I gotta tell you, I need to say something here. You got to listen to some of the things that Jay has said, though, even in this episode, when he was like, I'm not going to go groveling back to her because I can find another person, get married, get my green card. She's not God. So you got to think about what his intentions were. So, yes, he's 20 years old, but not every single 20-year-old is, screwing around on their wives. He knew exactly why he wanted to come here and knew that he wanted a better life, and he thought he was going to have a better life and a better ride with Ashley. And she was doling out the cash, and he was kicking it at home. But guess what? He's 20, so he's bored. He's bored. That's why he went to the barbershop. But guess what? He disrespected them too. So that's his character. Yeah. It's not just what Ashley did or did not do. But I'm not saying she did anything. I'm saying, was she forced to be in this relationship? Was she forced to go into this relationship? She was not forced.
It's your choices.
But every choice has consequences. This guy's a cheater. And,
so why would you even go with him you knew his, you saw some red flags in the beginning. Why would you
Here's my thing. She knew that he was a player when they weren't together.
When people go into a relationship, I'm like...
When they weren't together, she knew that he was a player and how he rolled or whatever. But they agreed. Once he comes to the States and they're married, all of that ends.
Okay, but then... Okay, so here's the thing.
I just don't think people just change. Character is character. It lives on. You know what I mean?
Which is what I'm saying in the beginning.
Okay, Linda, come in here.
Which is what I'm saying in the beginning. His character has always been his character.
But she also had a choice. Do I go into this or do I not?
You're right about that. You're right about that. She chose to marry a cheater, but... You can't feel bad for the cheater who now has nowhere to go.
You're going to go back that she called him home. I feel that,
He can easily go back home, but he obviously doesn't want to do that.
That's exactly
what he said.
That's it. And so he should not be rewarded for his bad behavior.
No.
That's it.
Get out of here, pack your bags. We'll see you never. Honestly. But
bye.
Teach its own. Next, we have Elizabeth and Andre. What are the comments? What are they thinking?
Stephen for heaven. I'm like, he said Jay's a moron. Dollface said Jay's a kid. And then there's some other...
Okay.
There's some other things going on the live chat. They're hitting us up a lot.
All right, you guys, let us know what you think about Elizabeth and Andre. So they basically have... the whole thing with them is who's going to be in the delivery room and who's not. And Andre gets his way. Do you agree? Does your mom need to be in the delivery room with you?
If I wanted my mom there, she would be there.
Right.
He wouldn't have... he would have to respect that maybe, like she said... That mom, she had 7 kids. She might know what to do in the moment.
Right. But do you understand where he's coming from not really?
I do understand. It's about these two and they're building their new family. Yeah. But just the way he does it and the way he says it just irritates me. Mm-hmm. Can I just say something really quickly?
Yes.
So his dad is awesome. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how are you two even partially related?
It's crazy.
At all. How are you partially related? But what I loved about the family is the welcoming of that dad and the fireworks and the food. Andre was so jealous and just could not let that go. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. He's really got to grow up. But
that gets his way. Eventually he throws a fit
But back to the delivery room. Yes. My thing with the delivery room is you need whoever you need. I feel like it should be the woman's choice just because she's the one going through this and she has a natural birth. Her mom has gone through this before. Yeah, like you were saying, like, if that's who you want there, then that's who's going to be there. It's not you just, like, honestly, men used to not even go in. Go out if that's what you want to do. Leave. But she's going to be here.
Yeah, and I feel like his intentions weren't pure. It wasn't like, oh, hey, it's just me and you. It was him putting his foot down saying, this is the way it's going to be because your family's not going to butt into our relationship.
Right.
You know what? In that moment, when she stood up and he was, like, trying to help her, you knew she wanted her mom there. She even said it, and I just felt bad for her. And then the mom felt bad because the mom wanted to be there.
Yeah.
The sisters, whatever, but your mom, for sure.
I think it was messed up, too, them not answering the phones or anything. Like, and just ignoring the calls for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if we really think about it, Andre was probably trying not to, but she's just in so much pain right now. She probably wasn't thinking about her phone, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like you have a baby trying to come out.
I think, too, he controls her. Like, even if she puts up a fight, he ends up getting his way every time if you guys watch the episode. Like, there's fighting and screaming and stuff, but no matter what, Andre gets what Andre wants.
Yeah,
Andre, whatever for Andre.
Free Elizabeth.
And
Hashtag free Elizabeth.
Seriously. Yeah.
And, like, what's he going to do for a job?
Nothing.
I'm just so curious. This little
couch.
handyman business
He doesn't know.
that you do here and there. Like, you now have a baby.
Yeah. It's like time to buckle.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was time a long time ago.
For real.
But
when he was in the delivery room, he also said, he's like, I'm doing everything on my own. Like,
by choice.
Right. You could have help.
Oh, my God.
He puts himself in these stupid situations and then wants everyone to feel bad. We don't feel bad.
And what's
wants it to be
funny
about him.
is that this all on his own business, hashtag with Elizabeth's dad's money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes, let's not forget.
What on your own?
Nothing.
What bills are you paying on your own?
Big brat.
Yeah, it's annoying, honestly.
And Elizabeth, her mom, I didn't know the number, but 7 kids her mom birthed naturally.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yes. That's like on another level. She deserves a medal.
What about Paul's mom? She had 6.
It's crazy.
That's a lot.
I think that generation was just different.
I think so,
like,
too.
This is having babies.
Yeah. Whew. I mean, that's a lot on your body. So, I mean, kudos to them for being able to do all of that. We didn't have Nicole this episode. Hashtag free Nicole again. Are we back on that? I guess we should just get used to it. I mean, her storyline is kind of like
whack.
Yeah, there's really nothing. I mean, we see her man as in on FaceTime every now and then, but other than that, it's the same thing.
And then when she says, "I'm coming," and he's like, "Oh, just give me a month. I'm coming. Oh, I can't. I have a family emergency. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh, just give me another month."
Yeah. So we knew. I mean, we knew that we would end up here.
Get from them.
What else could we possibly get from them? Because Azim will not be that.
She's gonna have to just show up. She's gonna have to pull a Chantal.
I mean, and she'll end up stuck out there without anyone. He's not gonna. He will find a reason to why he can't come to the airport. I have family in Jamaica. They're sick. He'll make up anything, any excuse. Family in Jamaica, huh?
I thought it was interesting though that the earlier part of this episode 10-1, whatever, when he said the long distance part.
Yeah.
I felt like he was trying to tell her something. I gotta say, I think that there's someone else involved here, and that's why he's just trying to throw the shade and keep her at arm's length.
I mean, we might get clues if he would unblock. Make his Instagram public, but he still hasn't done that.
And show more than just his body.
Yeah,
cuts off his head. His picture.
You know how we. Free Nicole. End of discussion. Free Nicole.
For real.
You guys, let's move into our special segment. What do you think? Yeah.
We're going to do a choice segment.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Yeah. Okay, well, we'll do this one. Okay.
And we're going without science this week, guys.
Yeah, we went over some of the questions, too.
But that's none of my business.
Okay. Is verbally apologizing for something enough if it can make or break your relationship?
How much? I mean, what else can you do?
Actions?
But, that's what you mean?
Is verbally apologizing how Pedro apologized on his knees and said, "I'm sorry."
I think that's a start.
Is that enough?
I think it's a start,
I agree.
But I also think that your actions from the apology on is what I'm going to judge it on.
You have to follow up. So, yeah.
So it's not just clear water after that? Okay, you're good. We're good.
No, because you can easily go back and do the same thing.
And then apologize
again. So if you're apologizing, I expect actions to follow.
Yeah, for sure.
A sequence. What do you think?
I think, no. I'm all on action. So from the jump, if you're shady,
so you don't even want an apology. That's what I want to know. Do you want?
I just want you to. I mean, if you can change, I just want to see it. I mean, you could say I'm sorry for this, and I'm just gonna watch you all the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would have been watching.
But the apology is just like whatever. Okay.
Walk it.
I want both.
Because it's easy, and I feel like I'm not just guys, but a lot of people in relationships. It's easy to talk. You know, it's easy to win someone over. It's easy to manipulate.
But that's why you add the extra layer.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Actions.
Love is an action, guys.
It is.
That's not a word. Well, it is too. Okay, guys, we went over some more questions. Okay, is it okay for a mom to make on all the decisions about how her baby is raised?
Raised
or just taken care of?
No. If
No.
she's not a single mom, then no. I feel like if she's in a relationship or has a husband, you both should have say. So.
And I also think that should be a conversation that you have before you had the baby. Like, this is what my beliefs, this is how I want to raise kids. What do you think?
Right.
And then when you're in the midst of it, then you're making the decisions together.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are your questions.
Those are my questions. I had some more about the delivery and everything, but we already addressed those.
All right, well, we'll slide on into news and gossip.
Guys, news and gossip. So if you guys follow Ashley on Instagram, she had this big Jamaica trip planned that she had invited everyone to. So if you bought your ticket, you're SOL. Because due to the current situation I have to cancel my appearance in Jamaica next week, I genuinely apologize to everyone that was expecting to meet me and to World Runner Travels for offering me such an amazing vacation. So guys, if you're part of that whole thing, make sure you try to get a refund, try to rebook, or go and have fun on your own. Who knows?
Yeah.
People bought tickets.
Yeah.
Wow. It's far.
The next photo is the family Chantal, and they did kind of like a throwback Thursday.
Oh, I love that.
I just love this
Me
photo.
too.
I don't know who all the characters are.
That's River.
I
a little
see
one.
Chantal.
Chantal.
I see.
Winter.
I see. But who's the guy right there?
Yeah, the brother.
brother.
Ooh, the other brother.
Yeah, I
Guys,
haven't seen the brother.
If you know who the other brother is, let me know. I'm
And then
super
Chantal
curious.
and the parents. This is so funny to
Isn't
me.
it?
I love
That's a
it.
cute
Yes.
photo.
I like the dad. He just seems so nice. And it's like,
But like, look at the mom, and like, just think of how she is now, and like any of her sayings.
But
Like,
you know what?
he's trying to harvest the American dollar, and
Right,
just look at
but
this.
you know the brother that we don't know? Look how he's looking at the other brother like, I'm about to like do something. do something right here.
This is
Not
so
even on
great.
camera. It's awesome. And then, guys, breaking news today. If you haven't heard already, Jay is reportedly detained by immigration authorities for violating the PFA, which is a protection from abuse order, which was filed by Ashley on Monday. So with the PFA, you're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to post about it. You're not allowed to call your friend about it. You're not allowed to do anything. And Jay posted in his story. Someone saw it, told the police, so he has been detained.
And he was on live.
Yeah. So here's the other thing, guys. Apparently what Ashley is now saying is that there was so much more to their relationship, that he had been abusive from the beginning.
What?
And we don't know the whole story. And so she says, quote, "Our relationship has been very toxic from the beginning, and I just never did anything about it because I knew if I contacted police that Jay would be deported," she said about her initial reaction to her marital troubles. There was a lot of abuse going on in our relationship. With Jay's current detainment, Ashley said this trouble started when he broke into her home while she was away on vacation. So, guys, that drama is the real drama. And, yeah, so if you guys look up at this is his booking photo. And if you guys remember, his real name is Conroy Smith. They listed an address, and he's basically detained, and from here on out is going to be dealing with ICE and the deportation process. So what I thought was interesting is that he posted on his stories before he turned himself in, "I wish I would turn myself in before if ... one last time." Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's upsetting.
Like, this couple,
It's
like,
like,
I don't know what's real. I mean, this is real, obviously, but I mean, you know, the whole past year, it's been like.
Honestly, that just blew me. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that real deal has me down a little bit.
Yeah, you guys,
we met him.
It's the real deal.
I mean, I don't wish that on anyone. I really do not.
But listen, you guys, actions have consequences on both ends.
Yeah. I wanted him to go, but
on his end
himself.
Here's the thing: he should have gone himself, because if he gets deported, he's never coming back to America.
Do you think he's going to be deported?
Yes, because look at the climate that we're in with.
Yeah.
What's happening and all the things that are happening to just immigrants who are already here as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Once ICE has you, it's beyond their control. Guys, we have Larissa here living her best life.
Go, girl.
Okay, she's with her new man, and he's posing for the camera.
What kind of pose is that?
Larissa booty pose.
Yeah, I mean, popping that booty. But I think she's and this is where I said that sometimes you're in the wrong relationship and you don't realize it, because look how amazing she looks and happy she looks, and we have not heard much drama from this one.
Right. Go, girl.
Do you think he's going to be on an upcoming season with her?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. And I think he would love it, because he loves that camera spotlight.
Look at him.
I think we have time for just a couple more.
So we have Elizabeth posting with her family a little beach shot in the summer, which I thought was super cute. And then that was it, guys. Hit me up with any news and gossip that you have. DM me, and I'll keep you guys rolling. And
I love the little family pictures.
Wasn't it cute?
Yeah, it is cute.
Dang, she looks good after having a baby.
She does. 3 months.
Damn.
Baby.
I mean, these 90 days.
Those bounce back.
Moms,
it's for real.
I mean, quick.
Yes.
I mean, I really can't bounce back that quick after Thanksgiving. I'm
for real. I'm on my trip, gone for 3 weeks, and I have not bounced back at all, guys. At all.
All right, let's get into predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Any good ones? What's going to happen? What do you think?
I think it's going to just be more drama, be a big fight with Pedro's sister, Pedro.
Can't wait.
Just a crazy fight, and I think Chantal and Pedro are going to leave.
Mm-hmm. And I think the next episode, this is where we will see Colty and Larissa kind of call it off. I think it's time. I don't see what else can be done in this process.
She can't stay in the house very much longer.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think that she is going to they're going to have a type of fight that's going to make her realize if it continues, she's going to go to jail. She's going to walk away.
Right.
I do think that we are going to see a little bit of fireworks between the moms and the baby, and Russ and Pao, and you're going to have Team Russ and Team Pao with their moms as their supporters. So I'm interested to see how that is going to turn out. And my last prediction with Chantal and Pedro, I think that we might get our wish. I think that we might see some digging into the mom and Nicole.
Ooh.
You think that PI is going to come out? And
I think that something's going to happen.
Something.
And it's going to be from someone who's extra, not directly involved.
Okay. Well, I'm ready. That would be great. Let's get the PI out here. Let's figure this out. Maybe this will go into the family Chantel. I don't know. But you guys know that you can always catch us every week, same time, and in the comments. I'm your girl, Alex Bowers. You can follow me all over social media at Hey Alex Bowers.
Hey guys, I'm Stacey Olivas. You can find me all over social media at Stacey Olivas and at 90 Day Fiance Now. Thanks so much for joining us in live chat, guys. I'm reading all of these, and stay tuned. We have another show coming up.
Guys, Linda Antwi. Linda is so girly all across social media. Definitely hit me up with any breaking news or gossip you have on 90 Day Fiance, and follow me there for breaking news and gossip that I have for you guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.